guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today we are doing a book talk on The Siren by Kierra Cass. So this is one of the books I decided to reread via audiobook this summer for Mermaid Marathon. So there are going to be spoilers in this video, but I will warn you guys before that happens. So just kind of keep that in mind. I'll go over a quick synopsis over this book and then we'll go into spoilers. I will be talking about this again in my audiobook wrap up, and there'll be no spoilers there, and I'll be a little bit more in depth, so keep that in mind as well. But this one is Kierra Cass's self-published originally, and then after the popularity of the Selection series, she got this one picked up too, and it goes along with like all the pretty covers of the Selection, but it's not part of the Selection. This one is about a girl who becomes a mermaid and kind of her journey growing up through all of that, and this one is weird. So I don't really want to go too much onto my like generalized feelings about this book because I'm going to talk about that in my audiobook wrap up. So if you guys have not read The Siren, please leave now because I don't want to spoil you. So I will be talking spoilers from now on about this book. Okay. So I re-listened to this one. As we said, I've read it before. The first time I gave it 3 stars purely because the fact that we hear from the ocean's perspective in this one really throws me off. It still threw me off the second time around. I was able to handle it like a little bit better, and I just love the romance in here. I just think it's so cute and so sweet, and I love like the girls, like the sisterhood and everything of them being like together. I loved reading about that stuff, and just I don't know, I really liked that. And normally when we have more things like more mermaid tales that are like in the ocean where we learn about like underwater systems and kingdoms and stuff like that, I love it. But this one was literally just about the ocean being a character. Just threw me off. The audiobook I think made it a little bit better. Either it made it a little bit better or I was more okay with it because it was the second time around. I did like the narrator for this audiobook a lot more than I thought I was going to. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think that her name is Kaylin, but they pronounced it Colin, which is kind of weird. So in the audiobook, so that threw me off because I was like, who the heck is Colin? So that was kind of interesting. I don't know if you would enjoy this on audiobook if you hadn't read it already. I don't know. If you guys have listened to this on audiobook and not read it, let me know so I can kind of like gear my recommendations a little bit better. This is still one that I want to keep on my shelves and I really love. I just love Kierra Cass's writing style, and like I said, the romance in here is just so sweet. I love how at the end, how them being like each other's saving factor, I don't know. I loved Kinley's little family that he had because his parents had died. And in my head, I totally thought that like her and her siren friends had killed Kinley's family like in the shipwreck, but I think I'm getting that mixed up with like a different mermaid book, but I'm glad that didn't happen. I loved like his aunt and uncle and like her beauty business and just like the sweetness and how they just accepted her and they just found her on the beach in this like beautiful ball gown and all that kind of stuff. I really liked all the characters. I liked how the one girl had a secret life. Basically, she was a mom and she like never told the ocean, but the ocean has got this like overbearing like I don't know, it's just so weird because they love her but they shouldn't love her because she killed all of their family, and it's like I don't know if part of her magic is she makes them forget, and like Kierra never really explains why the ocean needs to feed on the humans or if it's just like a cleansing thing that happens. But I don't really like the system of like how they become mermaids and why they kill people as much as I do in other books. The other mermaid books like have a better reason for killing people, at least from like their point of view, and also for I don't know, I didn't like it that much, but I can't help but love this book because I love Kinley and her and their little date that they go on in the little sea harbor town, and like, she gets all dressed up for it and she's all sad because she has to let him go, and I love the fact that she can't talk but they have this awesome way of communicating. Kierra Cass writes that so well. Their little like communications via like texting or like writing things down or like her nodding her head and all that stuff. That was very Little Mermaid to me, even though this is not a Little Mermaid retelling, but I really liked that. I loved the fact that if they talk, that it will kill someone. Like, that's very Siren, mermaid-esque, in my opinion. So I think that that's really like neat. I love that they get to live in different places, and that some of the girls are party girls, and then Callan is really not a party girl. But I don't know, there's not like too much to say about this. There's nothing like majorly shocking that happens. Use of Miss with Padma's family and what happens with her dad like trying to kill her and then her killing her dad and stuff is just, ooh, it's kind of dark. It's like the darkest part of this book, because I don't really consider this like a dark mermaid tale like I do the other ones, but that part reminded me of Lost Voices a lot. So that was kind of interesting, just like that she came from an abusive place and like it didn't leave her as fast as it did for like the other girls who became the mermaids. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have like a ton to say about it. It might be just because I've read so I didn't do this quite quick enough, so I needed to like do this a little bit faster next time. I'm not used to doing book talks, so kind of forgive me. But anyway, if you guys want to talk more about this book, you can send me a DM on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl. I like to chat about books and stuff on there. I still really like this one. I can't help it. I know a lot of other people that really like it too. The ocean thing is just kind of weird for me, but apparently if I watch Moana, I'll get over the ocean being a character. So anyway, that is my weird random thoughts on the Siren, and I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side. Bye!